Hello, Valor and Lime team. I am excited to be with you guys tonight. So I'm a few minutes late. Children in bedtime. Do I need to say anything else? So I'm really excited to talk to you guys tonight about consistency and routine and how important that is and how we can get some things going. And I have some incentives as well. So lots of you all posted how you were feeling and different emotions that you were experiencing the last couple days or weeks when I announced this class. And so I'm going to talk about those at the end as well. And I have a winner as well for that. So we will talk about all that at the end. But let's get started. First off, I have my drink for the night. It's a new one. It's mango. If anyone's ever had it before, my friend just got it for me to try it because it's her favorite. But we're gonna hop in, grab a beverage, and let's get rolling. So you bought a kit. All of us in this group have bought a kit, or that's watching. So I bought the kit. I used lavender for my delivery, and then I never touched it again for like a year or two. So I was at the time not plugged into a group that was giving me information or supporting me or anything like that. Totally let my account go inactive until Nina explained to me all the goodness that I had sitting in my closet. And so this is me being the Nina for you guys to say, if you have not used an oil in your kit, pull them out. We're going to talk about it tonight. I'm going to incentivize. I'm going to give you incentive to use them, okay? So hang with me until the end and we're going to talk about all that. So you have this box of all these oils and samples and things that hopefully you have opened, but if not, we're going to dive into that. And we need to get into a routine of using them. We want to get them on our bodies, in our bodies. We want to be supporting ourselves in all the ways possible. We are in a season where a lot of us are feeling really exhausted, tired, overworked, defeated in lots of different areas. This isn't just, it's no longer something that just someone who's in a job they don't love is in, or someone who's staying at home and was with children all day is experiencing, or someone that's even in a job that they do love is experiencing. Like, all of us are feeling the pandemic situation right now, whether it's you can't go out the way that you want to, you can't see people the way that you want to, you can't do anything really normally. There is no like consistent normalness. And so the idea of a routine is even more important right now, to do things that are building up and supporting your body when a lot of other things just don't feel right, you know? And so, so let's do that, okay? Let's talk about what it would look like for us to create routines with some of these products that we have in our hands already, and let's utilize them and let's get them going, okay? So let's talk about the fact that your oils, we talk a lot about this in the emotions class and in my immune support class as well. Whoop. Sorry. I got too excited and started moving around. But your oils are going to, am I gonna fall? Your oils go through your body quickly. So when you put them on your skin, it takes about 20 seconds if you're breathing. It takes about 20 seconds for them to get into your limbic system, go through your olfactory, past the blood-brain barrier, and are affecting your emotions. We'll talk more about that in a minute too. It takes about 20 minutes for it to start affecting every blood cell in your body, and it takes about 2.5 to 3 hours for it to have metabolized through your whole body. That means your body has used it all, it's affected every cell, it's broken down, it's moving on. And so the routine is also super important in that sense, because after about 2.5, 3 hours, it's moved on. And you want to, if you're using it for a specific benefit or for a specific goal in mind, you may need to reapply. You know, sometimes you have, just think of it as you have a headache and it still hurts. You know, after a couple hours, you would take another one if that's your method of dealing with a headache. Or needing some other kind of head support, I would recommend peppermint. But in another sense, if you're taking some sort of medicine, which has its place too, then you would take another one if your headache wasn't gone. But somehow people seem to think that if you put one drop of peppermint on your head and if it's not gone, then the oils don't work, you know? And so sometimes it requires a consistency. And also, it also everybody's body is different, okay? And so I'm going off on a bunny trail already. I have notes here that I was typing up, but I'm already on a bunny trail. But I think this is important. Everybody's body is different. For example, I can diffuse thieves in my diffuser at night, no problem. My son, I can't diffuse thieves at night. It wakes him up. He wakes up crying every time. Same with the thing with frankincense. I can put frankincense on me. I even put frankincense on the back of his neck, and he wakes up if I put it on near bedtime. So everybody's body is going to react to oils differently. And so you're going to want to try some things out, find what's good for you, and create that routine. But sometimes it takes more than one time doing something. Oh no, don't fall. Sometimes it takes more than doing something one time for it to be effective. And that's why when you get the premium starter kit, a lot of times you have all these different options for, say you want something for sleep, okay? So you have peace and calming, which is great for calming you down. You have lavender, you have valor is calming for some people. So find something, use it several times, use it for an entire day, every 3 hours, see if you feel any kind of benefit or effect. And if you don't, after a couple of days, try something else. It doesn't mean that you can't use it to diffuse and smell something amazing, but it may not work with your body that same way. So that was a bunny trail I didn't need to go into. But when you are doing something consistently and trying it out, then you know that your body works with it well or it doesn't, but you don't know that until you're consistently trying it. So creating routines and patterns. Let's talk about some really successful ways that we can do that with our oils or supplements or Ningxia, whatever it is that you want to be successful in with your Young Living. So first off, pick one thing. Don't go trying to have an entire oil routine for the entire day mapped out. I don't know why this is like moving. I'm really sorry. Don't try to go do 12 different new things. Pick one thing that is really important to you and try that out first. Get that into a routine first. Whether that is, I wake up and I put thieves on my feet before I walk out the door. I wake up and I diffuse something in the kitchen while I'm making breakfast. I'm gonna wake up and drink an ounce of Ningxia and take my supplements at breakfast. I'm gonna go to bed and put my diffuser on before I go to sleep. I'm going to put sleep oils on my back of my neck or on my feet before I go to sleep. Find something, one thing, and let's get started with one. Just get started and then you can add on, okay? But get started with one thing. So the next thing, 2, plan for success, okay? So get yourself prepared, have the oils ready, get them out of the box if you haven't used them, open the lid, get it ready, put it next to your nightstand, which leads into the next one, creating an environment, okay? So you're gonna create them, these oils or your Ningxia, at the front of the fridge if that's what you open to get your breakfast or your lunch out the next day. Put your Ningxia in the front so that you can grab it as soon as you're grabbing breakfast and heading out the door. Have yourself prepared and set up for success. Put the roller next to your nightstand so that when you're ready for bed, you're good to go. If you want to have diffusers at night so that you are supporting your sleep, then get your diffuser set when you have a few minutes in the afternoon. Or if you're brushing your teeth, then get your diffuser ready then. Or if you're cleaning the dishes at night, I'm filling up this pitcher of water for tomorrow. Let me go ahead and fill up my diffuser too while I'm at it. So that when I head to bed, it's ready to go. Have your oils ready to be set up for success, okay? And along with that same thing is out of sight, out of mind. I did a post about this a while back. Okay, I'm really starting to get frustrated with why this is moving. But, okay. Y'all, bear with me. I'm gonna get something heavier. Out of sight, out of mind. It is a concept that you've likely heard several times before. I'm in my children's homeschool room. Out of sight, out of mind. So make those oils in sight. Make them where you can see them. I did, when I posted about this in the past, hopefully I don't go flying forward. When I posted about these before, I showed you like little vignettes throughout my house of where I have everything set up. So in the kitchen, I've got like a little tray that has like my vitamins and my water pitcher ready, so that when I walk in the morning, I'm like, oh, there's my diffuser, there's my water, let's get oils going. I have a cute little stand next to my nightstand that has some oils ready for bedtime that I have just sitting ready to go. I've got what's another place? My kids have little shelves in their room, little L shelves that have their oils ready, so that if we are getting ready for bed and I'm like, oh, I forgot to put oils on them, I can just grab a roller off their shelf next to their bed, oil their feet, roll it up the spine of their back. We're good to go. Having it in sight, having it somewhere that you're gonna see it, put your roller next to your keys if that's what you wanna do in the morning before you head out, put some thieves or some immune support of some sort. I mean, I do this the same way every time. I don't know why it keeps falling. This is ridiculous. Okay. We're gonna do plan B here, guys. Bear with me. We're just gonna do a different angle. Okay. Let's top down to you a little bit. So making sure they are in sight so that you can't forget about them. You can't miss them because they're right there in front of you, okay? So we're creating that environment. So what do we have so far? We're gonna pick one for, okay, so step one, pick something. Find a time of day that you know you can be successful in. Start that. Just start one habit. 2, we're going to plan to be successful, get everything ready to go. 3, create a good environment so that you are set up for success to do that. 4, think about any obstacles that might come in hand and prepare for those. So in the same way that I said earlier, if you're going to be possibly running late out the door, go ahead and have the roller in your purse. Go ahead and put it in your bag. Make an extra one that you've got on hand so that you don't forget it. Put one in your car so that you're ready to go. If Ninja is your way to go, if you something that you want to use, then put it in the freezer with your lunchbox freezer thing so that when you grab your ice pack for your lunchbox, you can grab the Ninja too. Go ahead and put like each of your vitamins in a little baggie and put them in your purse so that if you forget, then you've got a backup in your purse when you get to work or wherever it is that you're going that day, and you can see it in your bag and you're like, oh yeah, I haven't taken those. I'm gonna take them right now. So think about the obstacles that you might come into if you're running late or if you're a busy mom and you've got other things that are gonna be on your mind, So think about the obstacles that you're gonna have and plan accordingly. And then start on the right foot is my last one. And a lot of the times I feel like, at least for me personally, when I want to do something, I want it to feel fun. I want it to be exciting. I want it to look cute and fun. And so maybe that means getting a roller off Amazon or off Etsy that you think is really cute, and then adding your oils to that so that when you pull it out, not only are you just pulling out an oil, but you're pulling out something that looks fun and that's exciting. You're like, look at my cute little roller. I can't wait to use this, So doing something that makes it feel really exciting. I explained the little dish that I have next to my nightstand. I think the dish is the little, it's like a cupcake stand from the dollar bins at Target. It's so cute, okay? It's a fun color. Color is exciting to me. The one I have in the kitchen is like a fun, pretty tray that I found at World Market on sale. When I look at these things, I think they're really fun, okay? And so it encourages me to use it because I think it seems exciting, So if there's something that would make it more exciting for you, then do that, okay? So creating some routines. So there's some ways that we can do it. We can pick one, plan it to be successful, create a good environment to do it in, think about the obstacles so that you're prepared to tackle them, and start on the right foot. And if that means making it exciting or looking cute or covering it in some fun tape and writing the label and call it my morning go juice or something that makes you laugh or makes you smile when you look at it, so that when you are doing this activity, you know that you're benefiting yourself by doing it, okay? So, drink break. Okay. So why is it so important for us to have some sort of routine like this, okay? So when it comes to using Long Living, there's a lot of pros for doing this. There's so many reasons that make it great. But one of my favorite things is being proactive instead of reactive. And what I mean by that is not waiting until you get sick and then having to react to that sickness by having to get medicine, which is totally necessary in some means. It's not what I'm saying. But getting the medicine or getting, having to pump tons of vitamin C after you realize that you're sick. Instead of being reactive, try being proactive. And that's what getting a good routine is going into base. So if you've been using thieves in the mornings and at night, and a roller on your feet, so you've been proactive in helping support your immune system. If you feel something coming on, then you can just add into it. Okay, instead of morning and night, I'm just going to add every 3 hours or also at lunch so that I'm boosting up my immune system to help take on whatever it is that I'm feeling coming on. And so when you are creating good routines, it allows for you to be able to add in more if you need to. It also is prepping your body, especially like if you're doing Ninja, taking that consistently, then you are creating a process where your body is more prepared to take on to the things that you are handling, the germs that you see on a daily basis, the stress that you're taking on regularly. You are being proactive and preparing your body for that extra stress instead of letting your body get beat down and worn out and not having preparation for that. So being proactive instead of reactive is huge for creating these patterns. Then we've got, it helps break bad habits. So you can swap out what you're doing that is not supportive of your body and swap in for things that are. And that would be, say you use lemon in your lemon in your water so that you have something that's flavorful and fun, or lime or grapefruit, Vitality, one of those Vitality oils in your water that you're sipping on throughout the day instead of sipping on a Coke or instead of sipping on a sugary latte, making choices that are more beneficial for your body. And you could start making good habits, replacing those bad habits. And so by doing that, you are doing yourself a huge favor for your immune system and for just the overall health of your body. So it's helping you break bad habits is another one. So the immediacy in which they're being diffused is showing us that you can have immediate help with whatever it is you're dealing with, whether it's an emotional struggle, a physical struggle, the fact that within 22 seconds you are having the molecules and constituents and chemical constituents going through your olfactory system into your limbic system. It is affecting all parts of your emotions, and I have the whole class that I have on emotions talks about that, and it is so exciting. I love all of that, like specific scientific things that's happening in your brain. But it's science, guys. It's not some hokey thing. It is legit science that these are affecting our brain molecules or our brain limbic system. And so the fact that you're creating a routine that is supporting your emotions as well is huge, okay? And in the same sense of using it every 2.5 to 3 hours, if you're feeling really rough, if you are so down in the dumps or you are having like a really rough day, super tired, using those oils every 2.5 to 3 hours. A lot of you talked about being really tired. Put some peppermint on, put it a little bit under your nose to like pep you up and wake up. Put the diffuser back on after 3 hours, breathe some more in, So creating a routine that is immediately going to be affecting your limbic system is super beneficial. So your brain loves it when you have habits. When you get in the car and put your seatbelt on, you don't really think about that. It's just something that you do. And your brain loves it when you've got a good habit going, because then it frees up space for you to focus on other stuff. It makes you more efficient. So you have these automatic common actions, and that gives you free mental resources to do other things and other tasks. Another reason that you'd want to start these routines and that they're great to make a part of your day is that you are creating a less toxic environment for yourself. So if you are using oils or supplements or Ninja or something of that nature, if you're using their shampoo or the conditioner, if you're making choices and routine decisions that are swapping out toxic ones, you're making big changes. So the accumulation of toxins in our body is called bioaccumulation, and they, after a while, can start tearing down your body because they can't process it anymore, they can't flush out anymore, they're overloaded. And so if you are wanting to make a routine of every time I get out or every time I take a shower, I'm not going to use stuff that I used to use. I'm going to use things that are clean. I'm going to use soap that is beneficial to me. I'm going to use a shampoo that's beneficial to me. Whatever it is that you want your routine to be, make that choice. And when you are making that choice, that means you're saying no to something else. And that no to something else is probably something that's more toxic and going to be weighing down your body. And so you are making, even if it's, saying yes to diffusing in the morning might mean saying no to lighting a candle. And so you are benefiting and making choices that are cleaner and safer and healthier. So these routines aren't just something that is beneficial, but it's also canceling out something that can be really toxic too when you're doing a swap out. So, and then the last one, kind of already talked about, it gives you a safe plant-based alternative to a lot of the other things that you've been using. I saw an article today that I thought was super interesting, talking about a study that was just done in California, and it said with teenage girls that swapped out, I want to say it correctly. The new study in California showed that the level of toxic chemicals in teenage girls was lowered by 25 to 45% after only 3 days of using fragrance-free products. That's insane that your toxicity level in your body goes down a fourth to almost 50% less in just 3 days' time. So imagine changing out a routine just 3 days. That's amazing. That's a huge change in your body. That can be a huge change in your mind and in your outlook, because if you're using, say you're using candles, or say you're using body products that smell or give you a headache, if you're not using them, if you swap them out, make a good routine change, then you're benefiting your body in more ways than that, because now you don't have a headache, or now you don't feel super like overwhelmed. I don't know. There's like all these different things that are happening when you are breathing in things that are toxic. You don't have a headache. You don't have a tightness in your chest. Your lungs don't hurt. You're not coughing. There's all these different reactions that we have to toxic chemicals that are in the air or that are on our bodies. You're not scratching or having an itch. They're not having a reaction on your skin. And so in just 3 days' time, these girls that they studied were already having less toxic chemicals in their bodies. So their bodies were having so much more I feel like I'm just sounding crazy. Tell me if I'm sounding crazy. But I just feel like this is so important. Like when you are choosing to make good choices and choosing to have a good routine that includes plant-based, good, solid products, you're just making smart choices, and saying yes to that usually means you're saying no to something else that's more toxic. And I think that's so exciting to be making those kinds of changes. So, and this is kind of my last thing for this tonight is, say it's placebo. Let's just say these oils, although we know that's not true because we've seen the science and we've tried them ourselves. But let's just say that it's a placebo effect. Say that it doesn't do anything. Even if that's the case, which we know it's not, but even if that's the case, you have chosen to use something that's plant-based over something that's toxic, whether that's your shampoo, your soap, diffusing over candles. You have made a choice to use something that does not have tons of chemicals. So it's already a win. Even if they don't have the health benefits that we talk about, already a win, okay? Say it's a placebo. You're still pumping smells into your home that are not filled with carcinogens and infertility disrupting chemicals. That's a win, okay? If it does nothing else for you but diffuses and gives a beautiful smell to your home that isn't full of toxins, that's a win, okay? Say it's a placebo and that's it. Then if a placebo works, it's still great. If you're feeling a benefit from it, isn't that still worth it? So I've just been thinking about that a lot recently. Like, say all these routines are, say the oils don't really do anything, which we know they do. Say they don't though. You're still having a benefit. It's still causing you to pause if you are putting it on in the morning, and it causes you to stop and take a deep breath, which I find so often I forget to do. Like, I'll be working on dinner or something, and I'm like, I'm taking really shallow breaths. I need to take a deep breath and take a deep breath. If that pause to smell an oil, or pause to breathe in your diffuser as you walk past it, or that pause to put lavender on your feet before you go to bed at night and then smell it, that pause during the day can be huge to your mental status, to giving you a break, to having you take a moment to just reassess where you are in the day, reassess what your body needs, okay? So if nothing else, open that box of oils for those effects. If you don't ever see the health benefits, which you will, but if you don't ever see that, you've already made great choices by using them, okay? So when I was reading, everybody's always heard that it takes 21 days for a habit to form. And that's true, but also it might not be true because there's a lot of different factors from the articles that I was reading. But they said it takes anywhere from 18 to 254, which is a wide range, I do realize. But they were saying, it's easy for someone to, is it okay? Sorry, I had a call and I didn't know that what happens when when you get a call in the middle of a live. Sorry. So where was I saying? Yeah. So it might not be easy. It might be easy to go to bed at a certain time. It might not be easy to go and do 50 push-ups before you go to bed. So there's some things that they're saying, 18 days would be easy if you're trying to go to bed at a certain time, but 18 days to do 50 push-ups every time you go to bed may not be the case. And so that's why there's a wide range of when something can become an actual habit. But the average they said is 66. So that's 3 months, so give yourself some time to make changes, but start. And this is where I'm going to talk to you guys about, let's start an initiative here. Okay. Today is Tuesday. I'm going to post tomorrow or tonight, about this with some details and stuff, but let's find your one thing. That was the first thing we talked about. Start with one thing that you want to do a good habit about or have a good routine with. Pick your one thing. It doesn't even have to be Young Living related. If you just want to go to bed at the same time every night, or if you want to get up and do 5 push-ups or 5 crunches, whatever it is, pick your one thing. And I'm going to post on the page and do it 3 days in a row. Let's just start with 3 days. 3 days you want to put thieves on in the morning. 3 days you want to take your supplements after breakfast or at dinner time. Okay, pick your one thing. Do it 3 days in a row. I'll post each day, and you can take a picture of yourself or a picture of the item or whatever, post it that you've done it. And I will reward everyone who does it for 3 days in a row. I'll have some items set up, okay? So do it for 3 days. If you did it for 3, let's go for a week, okay? I'm going to do this as well. There's some things that I want to be doing and challenging myself with. And so you will not be doing this alone. Let's encourage each other. Let's get some good routines. Let's get oils on and in our body. Let's support our bodies, okay? So do it for 3 days. I'll reward you guys. If I can see you guys do it for 7 days, a full week in a row, I'll reward those people that have posted every day that they've done it again. And then we're going to go for 3 weeks after that. See if we can do a full 21 days. And after that, we will go from there, okay? But I want to see some change for you all, and I want to see your bodies being supported, and I want you guys opening these oils that you invested in and that you love, okay? I want you to learn to love them even more, all right? So the emotions that you guys said that you were feeling, I'm feeling them too. There was a lot of burnout, defeated, anxious, tired. I'm feeling those too, guys, absolutely. And so what I'm going to start doing tomorrow, you can start tomorrow or you can wait and start Thursday if you want to when we start the challenge, is every 3 hours, I'm going to set a timer on my phone. If that's what you need to do, set a timer. And I'm going to put oils that benefit those specific emotions on my body every 2.5 to 3 hours and see how I feel, okay? And so I'm just going to run through some of those oils that are helpful. So if you've got a starter kit, I'm going to give you a starter kit option and the one that might not be in it. So a lot of you said you're feeling stressed, anxious, and so peace and calming, valor for some people are really helpful. Those are both lavender. Those are calming oils. Those are going to be great for you all that have felt the stress and the anxiety of things recently. Joy is also a great oil. It's not in the starter kit, but if you haven't tried that one, I would recommend it. For those of you that are feeling tired and run down, lots of citrus oils are fantastic. Peppermint is excellent at waking you up. I was shocked a couple months ago when I started diffusing peppermint regularly in the morning. How go get them I was. It was crazy. And so peppermint came in the starter kit. Lemon, citrus fresh, get those diffusing. Put a little under your nose to smell. Put it on a cotton ball in your pocket if you have work and you're walking around. Take a breath of it, stick it back in your pocket, okay? So then for those of you that were feeling burned out and defeated, Valor was fantastic. I looked through this book for Defeated. If you have never read this book or heard of this book, it's the jam. It's called Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. It has a great directory of different emotions that you're feeling and what oils are specific for that and where to place them on your body for that benefit. So all of you that responded, I'm going to go through and tell you the oils specifically that are helpful for that and where to place them. So I'm going to do that after the class is over here in just a minute. To ylang ylang is also a really great one for feeling drained. Not enough. Abundance is a great oil for that. So I drew a random number and went for the comments, and Annalise was the winner tonight. So I'm going to get her an oil that's beneficial for her. And thanks so much for sharing, guys. I told you all I'm going to go and put some specific oils under your comments for you all to look at. But let's do a challenge together. Let's start getting some oils on and in our bodies in a regular routine way. Let's start getting some habits going that are going to benefit our bodies, okay? So starting Thursday, we're going to try for 3 days. So be thinking you have the next 36 hours to figure out what it is you want to challenge yourself with. And so let's figure out a challenge. Let's make some goals. Let's get some routines in place. So we are going into fall and winter, and there's lots of reasons to want to get oils on and in your body some more. And so let's get in that practice, and let's get in some routine. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. Hopefully I wasn't too all over the place trying to fix my phone and crazy kids in the background. But congratulations, Annalise. Thank you guys for opening up and sharing what it is that you're struggling with. I do pray for you guys, and now that I know even a better way to pray for you all, I will continue to do that. And let's go kick some goals, okay? Happy Tuesday night, guys.